past 12.
And you know somebody pretty good after a long time. My wife doesn't have to make some big gesture. If she wants me to know what she's thinking or her intentions, she'll just sit in that bed and raise her eyes. That's all you need, man. That's it right there. I'll be downstairs making a sandwich. Oh. And I'll sneak up those stairs, sweetie, baby, honey, you know, vanilla bean, stuff like that. And she'll go, oh, sweetie, let's go. Yeah. And then we'll get going. And then she'll do this. She'll go, oh, wait, I forgot something. I forgot. She'll go, hold on. And she'll get up and turn all the lights off. And I was like, oh, I forgot something too. And I'll get up. Turn the lights back on and the disco ball. And I will get back in bed. And she'll go, stop it. And she'll turn the lights off. I go, you stop it. And I'll turn it back on. She'll go, she'll turn them off. And I go, blah, and I'll turn them back on. Finally, I got mad. And I said, honey, this is silly. And I don't get mad, but I did. I said, I love you. I love you. And I've tried to show you I love you for 20 years. Are you not seeing it? And I've seen you. I have seen all of you in every way. And I love every bit of it. Stop being ashamed of your body. That's when I found out the truth. It was my body she was ashamed of. Ladies and gentlemen, you have
1,000 Questions is an entertaining discussion of marriage. We aren't telling you to do or feel or change anything about your life. Really, just listen and enjoy. And if you need real help, find a professional for your specific problem. We don't know you. How could we speak to your deal? Okay, have fun.
Hey, it's gonna be weird that I work. Hi, everybody. Hi, Donna.
What's on your head now?
Well, this is on my look. You can see through my head now too. On some.
So weird.
I'm playing green screen days. Well, I'm doing this to notice it's Christmas.
And somehow your wife is still attracted to you.
Well, who said? Nobody said that's true. So yes, I'm sorry. We're already celebrating Christmas here because tonight and tomorrow night and the next night, Steve Goody and I are doing Kvetchmas Carol, our Christmas meets Hanukkah special. So I will put in at the end how you can go see that, and it is very fun and very exciting. So we're going to do that. And yes, what's on my head? Just this dumb hat is on my head. But now, did you hear the bit I just did?
I did. I liked it. That was good.
Yeah, no, it's a very cute bit. It's a very good bit about, but it's about, and it's not a true bit because my wife has never really cared about, lights are on fine with her. You know what I mean? It's not, I just wrote it based on other people and people, especially I used to do a bit where all these guys, these comics would do these stupid bits about sleeping with like some girl in a one night stand and waking up and she's just not looking good because, they woke up because they had been drinking and they're like, ooh, look at this. Ugh. And I always look at these guys and go, these guys are the ugliest creeps in the world. They're the grossest. Why in life, any woman that would be with you must have low self-esteem. And these guys would dare to attack somebody's looks. And
I think that's more like, what do they call that moral with the fruit? It was like sour grapes.
No, I don't know. No, I'm just saying they think way too much of themselves. And
it's sour grapes. I think the comedian knows that they're not all that. And so they're like, well, I don't like her anyway. I don't think so.
No, I think they truly think they deserve everybody has to be that they deserve a model and that they're so hot or they're so cool that they deserve you know what I mean? No, their egos are way too big and they're all disgusting tubby creeps. And because I used to do a bit about, because I never drank, I've never had alcohol in my life. And I used to do a bit, not that I had that many like one night stand things, but I would always say, I wake up in the morning and I always look to her and she'd go, ah! So she'd look at me and do that. So I wanted the same kind of thing in discussions with the wife, because people do have body image issues. Yes, and that's very sad. I hope they don't. I would like my daughter to always feel very comfortable in whatever size she is, as long as you're healthy. Healthy is the important thing. that other than that, it doesn't matter. So that's why I did that bit. Okay. I'm going to be moving around a lot. So talk for a second.
As your head floats back and forth.
My head floats. Is it too annoying to do?
No, I'm okay.
Okay. I just thought it was kind of funny to do the little floating Christmas dinosaur today and stuff like that. So, okay. So, do you get in your practice these gross, tubby, gross, disgusting men who their problem is their wife just isn't as hot as she was before?
I don't do the judge a gross, disgusting man. Okay. I don't do that. Okay. But I have had many a person come in who is more focused on superficial characteristics than deeper characteristics. So it'll be a person who's like, they don't look as good, or they're not as fit, or whatever that is, and they're complaining about it. Typically that's a symptom of a problem, like the person's perception problem. Like if your love is conditional based on their body shape, that's not very deep. That's pretty shallow.
But let's admit it. No, let's admit it. It's always a guy, and he's always a tubby, big piece of lard who's complaining that his wife has gained 10 pounds in 25 years. And he is a tub of crap. Let's admit it. That's what it is 90% of the time.
I'm going to say that's not the therapist's point of view, but you go ahead.
I'm just saying that's what it is. These tubby, disgusting. I never understand how women could want men 90% of the time anyway. I just never have understood. Men are gross and vile. And I've always thought, and then you see two women together and you're like,
women. That's what I think of women. I think women are gross and vile.
You really do? Oh, come on.
I have no attraction to women. I mean, there's a lot of beautiful, like model-y looking women, but I think women body parts are kind of not really nice.
Well, body part. Okay. So if anybody out there has ever seen the Garfunkel and Oates, do you know who that is? That's Kate Ritchie and I forgot the other one's name. They do a thing called Garfunkel and Oates, where they do a lot of songs, very funny comedians, very dirty. And they do a song about being attracted to another girl and like, oh, this is so sweet. And aren't you pretty? And they're kissing a little bit. And then they start to go down the body. Then they're like, oh God, no.
It's kind of not so attractive to me, but I guess guys think it's amazing.
I understand when you get down to the nitty gritty of it, but just from far away with enough clothing on.
People are pretty. There's like pretty guys, pretty girls. Like there's visually pleasing.
There are, people. But I just have not seen. There's just women. They all seem pleasing kind of to me. I don't, unless they're mean spirited or hateful. That's ugly. But I don't know. And I mean, there's pretty guys.
I think everybody has at least one characteristic that's really beautiful.
Wow. Everybody? I don't know. I could pull out a couple people.
I think like there's like fingernails or eyes or eyebrows, or everybody has something that's really beautiful.
Till you see them naked on a nude cruise, and then you give that up. Yeesh.
That'd be
then you're really not.
Too much info for me.
Okay, so first question. Here we go. Are you excited? We can't see it because of this. This one is right up your alley. How do you tell your partner you want a divorce?
Well, that does come across my path. That does happen. There's articles about it. And I think there was someone recently, I'm like, that is the best process. Like they had a talk. Wait, what was the process? It was something I was like, oh my gosh, that is the best way to terminate a relationship that I've ever heard. And it was so smooth. It was like a discussion. There was no blaming. It was not an attack. It was, owning your stuff and moving on. But so this is what I say to people. You're just delivering data. How they take it is on them. That's like, you can't control for their reaction. So you just do your best with the data and just hope they take it well.
I like the concept where you do something so horrible that they have to ask you a divorce. They're like, "Oh God, we're getting a divorce," and you're like, "Ha ha, I win."
People do try that. They try to
all the
make
time.
you so miserable that they want you to be the bad guy. Yeah.
Cheat, do something be miserable, act badly. That's so. I will never have a go-to for this, but I think just being smelly all the time. Just a lot of stinky time. Or, one good way one good way to get somebody to want to ask you to divorce is if you dress up in a green sweater with a dinosaur on it in front of a Christmas screen.
That might do it.
That's luckily my wife refuses to watch this show, or see it in any way, or take any.
If you'd be getting action tonight.
No, there'll be no. If she saw this, well, I wasn't going to get any anyway. But that's we have a. I've been doing a bit lately. We're talk about the action. I've been doing a bit lately. I said, you get older and there's a lot more recovery involved after sex. There's a lot more prep up front and a lot more recovery at the end. And I said, my wife now says that after we have sex, she feels like she just rode a really rough wooden roller coaster. Like it just terribly rough. Oh, it's just like your whole body is just beaten. And I say, it is like that because she makes me wait in line for an hour.
Yeah. Who else is in the line?
Nobody else is in the line. I just have to wait along in the line.
I'm like, how long of a line is this?
Yes, I know. I just have to. No, I'm alone in the line, but I still have to wait. Okay. So the best way we didn't say is the best way to ask somebody for a divorce. But what did we say? What is a good? There's no good way. But what is a way?
I think talking in, having a talk and not blaming. No blame, no guilt, no attacking. Own it and set that boundary and maintain that boundary.
Is it cowardly to say, but it's me, this is my fault, we're going to divorce, and it's not you? That's because that's kind of cowardly in a relationship to do that.
No, it's accurate.
Well, yeah,
it should be like that because it is you. It is you going, I just can't handle it anymore.
But I'm not sure people are being honest when they say that. It's not you, it's me who is repulsed by you. It's not you. It's me who thinks you're horrible. It's not you in any way. It's me who wants to sleep with other people.
It should be you should take responsibility for the decision yourself and not blame during that process. That would be the healthiest option.
Something's not going right here. And before we fall apart and we kill each other, I'm moving on. Okay. Has anybody ever asked for a divorce in the session?
I have had that happen, yes.
Just blindsided everybody.
I think like I had kind of a clue and then it happened and I'm like, so what did you hear her say? And it was like, she says she wants to get a divorce. And I was like, you have to accept what she said.
Yeah. Yes. Because you have to accept. Wow. Accept it or decide you're going to get a divorce. They divorced.
Like, that's where she's at. And you have to accept where she's at. You can't guilt trip, pressure, get mad and want her to be different. This is where she's at. And this is what she's saying. And you have to accept it.
You have to accept it. You don't, but does that mean you're echoing for some reason today?
Yeah. Let me see if I can change my echo.
Go to noise canceling and push echo.
I have it on echo cancellation. Maybe I'll turn that back down.
It's just going to suck then. You're not echoing to me.
I am not echoing to me either. I don't know. If I'm still echoing, I turn the mic down. Maybe that helped.
So, hey, here's a good question. Hey, guys, where is Joe? So, everybody, this is a marriage thing. You know where Joe. You know where Joe is.
But I'm nagging.
It is a great marriage thing. Yeah, Joe is moving today, downsizing to his condo, which isn't that much smaller than his house. And it's a thing that, well, remember, his condo is not, the square footage wise isn't that much different. But they're downsizing and they've moved out of their house and they're moving into a condo that old people move into because they're old people. So that's the way it is. That's what's Joe.
An older community?
No, it is not. No, he is not moving into. He should though. I'd like to move into a 55-year-old community where you just.
I don't
People take care of everything for you. There's meals. You know what? I know, but you just show up. You don't have to be there all the time. You just show up for meals if you want. And I remember back about 15 years ago, I started working these Del Webb community centers. And they were all these houses that you had to be 55 or over to live in. And they had a ton of fun, cool stuff that you could do. And then once you got too old, they just moved you into a nursing home if you couldn't make it anymore. I think they took your house though. You lost your house. That's what I think is wild. That's like when you move into these assisted living places, like that's a real house. Once you get too old for that and you move into the next place, they take that house from you and they sell it to somebody else.
I don't think that's very cool.
I know, but that's it. What is the best threat? I love this. What is the best threat to keep your children in line? Threat. We're threatening children. In line with what?
What
are they doing?
Threats are not effective parenting strategies.
No, just a good smacking around. No. Yeah, I saw great
positive reward motivational type strategies.
Yeah. Well, and understanding the consequences of what not that you're going to do anything to them, but what could befall them if they make certain decisions that could go wrong. They say, hey,
they call those if-then statements. If you this, then this.
Yeah, you're making a choice here. You have choices. Always give your kids choices, but let them know you make this choice. This is probably how it's going to turn out for you. You make this choice. This is how it's going to turn out for you. So you decide what you're going to do. Yeah, right. I totally agree with that. But threats. I'll beat your head in. That's really beautiful.
CPS. I'm calling CPS. That's the threat.
Okay. So here's the next.
Like that, I'm calling CPS.
Go to bed. No. I was with it. No. Is this at what age is this a real threat that you could get your kids?
It's a threat for me still now.
Threat, no dessert? Yeah. Still, you fall in line if there's going to be no dessert. You'll do whatever you're told.
I threaten myself. If you don't get this project done, no dessert for you.
No dessert to me.
And then I
remember back in the old days. Back in the old days, go to bed early or go to your room was a threat until everything was in the room. They're in the room. You can make them come out of the room now. The threat now is you can't go to your rooms at all. You have to sit in here with us. That's the way it is.
That is the.
You have to sit with us.
You have to sit with your family.
That's right. You have to watch what we're watching on TV. You got to sit here with us. That's the threat these days.
Like, no, I'm sorry.
Go to your room. You can't get them the hell out of their room. I know. And that starts when they're 4 now. Okay. Now, how is this a question? How do you win the lottery? That's what it says. How do you win the lottery? Now,
is there a statistical analysis for that? I don't
know.
No one's
but do they mean the money lottery or the marriage lottery?
What's the marriage lottery?
The marriage lottery is choosing someone to marry who then is someone you will spend the rest of your life till death with.
But it's a lottery, so you lucked out. Like
I know, but I would say in a joking manner that I won the marriage lottery.
I would say my husband won the marriage lottery.
Yeah. So how do you do that?
I think it's, I don't know, luck.
Well, is it luck?
It was luck. We were young and not the healthiest people in the world, and so it was luck to me.
But unlike the regular lottery, you have choices. And now the one basic thing in the lottery in this case is you luckily met that person somehow in the world, right? You and your husband came across each other at some point in history, and then you seize that opportunity to sinfully have sex immediately, and then immediately get pregnant and get married. So the lottery part is, I guess, because I didn't meet somebody in Northern Wales. You know what I mean? That think of all the people you haven't come across in your life that you could have had a good life with.
I do. And I tell my husband, and I've said this to you before, like, I really would have probably married anybody, like, easy going like that. And I think it's luck, honestly, or maybe there's some kind of universal like plan thing. And I don't know. I don't think, yeah.
I don't believe in any predestiny of any kind. That's just,
you think it's
that's silly to me.
The same chances winning the lottery and finding a good partner?
No, winning the lottery is nearly impossible. To win the real lottery, that's almost impossible. But if you, when you meet people, you spend enough time getting to know who they are, all about them. There are a lot of people you could spend your life with. A lot of them. There's not one soulmate out there. There's a lot of them. But when you find one of them, you have to take the time to know they're one of them. If you just say, oh, it's fate, which so many people do in the first 6 days of dating, then they get married and it lasts for 9 months. Was that predestiny? No, you made a bad decision because you didn't take the time to learn, or you aren't the kind of person that is going to have follow through and be a good person in that way. So that's how it's not like the lottery. The lottery is no choice.
The time to learn.
You did not, but you lucked out. So you did. Okay. In the world of lottery, you did more lottery than me.
More luck than skill.
Yeah, more luck than skill, and you lucked out. Where my wife and I spent the time and to figure out, and years of figuring out this was right. And
what percentage of people you think do that?
Well, divorce is 50%, so let's go at least 50%.
I think it's less than 50%, honestly.
Probably.
That people like spend the time getting to know the other person before committing and getting married.
Well, not only that, they don't think about the family that they have to deal with for the rest of their lives. They don't think, they think, oh, well, their in-laws are terrible, racist garbage, but okay, that's fine. Or they're, they've got these dirty kids that are awful to me. They don't even think of those things and they'll just figure it out as time goes on. And most of the time they don't.
I think most marriages are still together because of people's anxiety urge to minimize and justify.
That's a good number. But the marriages that I'm closest to, my friends that have been married for a long time, in a way are like mine. These are two people, and I would say hopefully like yours. These are two people that have truly created a oneness that you are together forever, that you are a team that is doing everything as a team. And everything you do is intertwined with each other. No. Oh, I forgot. You and your husband have total separate lives. I forgot about that.
Totally separate lives. No, we're a team. Like, I feel like we're a team. Like, when stuff is going down, we're like together, like supporting each other, whatever it may be coming about. But we're not do everything together. We have different interests and hobbies. And
well, no, of course. That's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about.
You said do everything together.
Not everything together. I said you're a team on all your decisions. But even with, do you not, though, even with your hobbies and your interests, do you not take into account what they are going, how involved, not involved, what you're going to do on Saturday?
They're always present in my head. Yes.
Yes. So that's what I'm saying. Yes. But no, of course, you're going to both have.
I don't think I'm always present in his head.
Although my one friend, he and his wife, I think all their hobbies are intermixed. They truly, everything they do, everything they like, they do together. Like, my wife is not going to run a marathon. Now, we're planning on thinking of walking some marathons together now, but she's not going to run a course where you go through mud up to your face, stuff like that I've done, nor does she want to sit around and talk comedy with a bunch of idiot comics like I do. But of course, nobody wants to do that. And I'm not going to go to her book club with her girlfriends because they are immediately hate me in a second because I bring up terrible things. Okay. Oh God. Well, here we go.
Is it but
why? Here we go. Are you ready? Why do men like to have you know where sex in the old you know where.
You tell me, dude. You tell me.
I am not a fan because, first of all, messy, gross. God knows what's in there. I don't want to touch it. What? I have no. I think most guys want to do this. It's a power thing. They feel like they're dominating somebody. You know what I mean? So I feel like for my friends that are gay, that are married, that are men, that's, part of the process. If you like it, some don't. That is part of the things you do as a married couple that you enjoy. And it may feel good. I don't know if it does or not. I'm just saying, for me to want to go there, not interested in any way, because it's just clean up alone. What am I? I don't know how. I'm not a clean freak, but just the mess, the gross, the thing with the stuff. I don't want to be involved in what comes out of that part of your body anyway.
So, obviously there's a lot of people who are really into that.
Tons.
Yeah.
What do you mean? I pull every day at least one of these out of this stupid bucket where somebody asks about getting it, wanting it, needing it. Why won't she? You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
right. I think it's more high seeking. I think they've built a tolerance to, I guess you could call it like regular sex and regular.
I think they're asking the first week. They're going out. I don't think they're.
I don't know if that would fly. I don't know, because I'd say a female, although I think in some cultures they'd rather do that than vaginal, because vaginal means you're not a virgin.
Well, now I recall from being young, we had a couple that was dating, and she was like, I am not going to have sex with you. I've heard this is a Mormon thing too. We are not going to have sex, but you can put it there, and God's not looking. God's like, okay, it's like,
that's not a vagina.
That's not, so it's fine. Go ahead. And I had a friend, a couple that I know back in the day, back when we were kids, and she was like, yeah, go ahead and do that, but you will never in my thing, because that's dangerous, and okay. And I'm sure he would. And I am guessing, if I was in like high school again, and that was offered to me just because you're so freaking horny all the time, I'd be like, all right, okay. I'm guessing, just because, as long as I love this. Here, Elena cracks me up. As long as you have health insurance, make love any way you want. Yes. Because
regarding what may happen.
Tearing, pain. Yeah. Because you can damage, you know what I mean? Damage.
Or infections. That is not a super clean area. So
not a super, infections, worms and fecal matter. I mean, it's just lots going on there.
But I think there is something to do with building a tolerance and wanting it something a little bit more exciting than what, average Joe is doing. And so, but I would want to, I'm in my head. I would want to dive in further. I would want to explore that more. Like,
hey, go ahead. You can. You can dive in as deep as you want. You can really. You can dive. I don't want to explore further. I don't know. I just don't. And there could smell, and I don't like smells when I'm doing that. I don't like bad smells.
I'm not overly into smells either, and hence why I'm not into females either.
Yeah. Some people, but some people, I think, love gross smells. They love like getting a whiff of terrible things. Not me. I like a nice cinnamon or something. Maybe not brown sugar. Or
don't they have like nasty smelling candles?
Oh, yeah. Like
why would
Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina? Isn't that one? Okay, the next question has a thing. The next question says, what are some ways to spice up a marriage? So and here it is. Here's 30 ways to spice up your marriage. Tell me, it looks like from England too, because is that how you spell bathe or have a bath together? Number 1, bathe together. How do you feel about that for spicing up your marriage?
I think that would spice it up too quickly, and the dude would not let me finish the bath.
Okay. I disagree with that because, first of all, I've never owned a bath big enough that after 10 minutes, I'm not uncomfortable. I'm like, okay, we're both in the bath. Okay, I can't sit right. Your leg is on my face. Why is your leg on my face? And you can't get any bathing done. It's not like you're going to clean anything in there. And then her foot is up, my leg, then my back. And one of you has to sit, unless you have a specific tub that is good for two people, which is rare. Somebody's got that spout in their back. Somebody's sitting here. Then you turn on the water. It's boiling into my crotch as she's sitting on the other side.
You really are taking the fun out of bathing together.
Exactly. Bathing together, not a way we spice it up. Okay, give each other massages. How's that one work for you?
I like that one. And that one actually I suggest to people because it does get you relaxed and you will be much more open to things when you're relaxed.
Again, spoken like a woman. Now, I believe in massages, but here's what happens in my house. I will give the most beautiful, luxurious massage, whole body, and she'll go, okay, I'm tired. Like 3 seconds. Okay, I'm tired. I can't push it.
You made her all relaxed, and now
that's all no, we can't. No, okay, let's do it the other way. I lay down, get the lotion out. She's like, it's like a bad cat pawing at a mouse. And then she's like, I'm done. And then I got to start doing it. Now, the good part about the massage is I will give each other. Once I give her a really good massage, ready to go. Ready to go. I'm fine with that. But this other way around, not a chance in hell. That's all there is to it.
Well, go get your own massage.
Yes, I will pay for a massage and then not have sex with that person. Again, too, I never understand people who want to go get a massage and then have any sex involved. If you do a good massage, that's all I need from you. I don't want more. I don't care what you look like. I don't care who you are. If you get a good massage. No, I don't want to. If I want a happy ending, I would go. If I was inclined to do that, that's all I would want would be, okay, do that and let's move on with our lives. But if I want somebody because I have a feeling the people who do happy endings, I bet they suck at massage. They're there to get done. I want $100 and I want you out of here in 3 minutes. But to pay someone to get a good hour-long massage,
burn them and turn them.
Burn them and turn them. Matter of fact, I had a comic tell me that he went to a place in New York where it was massage and they would do that. And he said that he was there for a massage and she was like, oh God, you really want a massage?
Like an actual massage.
Let me go finish off these 3 dudes in the next room. It's going to take 3 minutes before I come back here and waste my time rubbing your body. You know what I mean? It's terrible. So, okay. What are we? Candlelight dinner.
What do you think?
Why do I need candles? I don't need candles. Dinner is great.
I don't think candles are necessary either.
And it doesn't have to be at my house. We can go out to eat or we can eat in the house. Either way, I don't care about candles in any way. That's just silly. So again, none of these are very clever. They're all the same crap. Strolling through the neighborhood at sunset. That's about the biggest.
This one, no. This one is a good one. This one is, once again, therapeutic to me. That you're calming, you're relaxing, you're talking, you're bonding. It's not spicy, but it's healthy.
Yeah, but I can think of some neighborhoods in Las Vegas that it wouldn't be that calm of a stroll. Right. Shooting, people screaming. Well, and we do that, but now the problem is we don't, when we go out and walk, we're walking at like 22 miles an hour. So that's just, you're getting the workout in. Send them a love letter. Now that is great. That one is great.
I guess that would be kind of nice. I don't think that would be, for me personally.
If you came home, just tell you, if he sat down and wrote out just this amazing tribute of love for you, wrote it down, beautifully poetic, And I know your husband's more like, hey, let's do it, baby. Got it. You're like hot.
Like
But if it was,
your husband.
yeah. But if it was a Cyrano de Bergerac type beautiful letter that you take this much time to write out beautifully and then have delivered, I don't know. My wife likes that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's a little more foo-foo, artificial than I'd like.
Now this one's idiotic. First of all, once you're both got blindfolds on, you're going to run into crap all over the house. How are you going to see? Okay, you got your blindfold on. Okay, now come find me.
And this says, put your blindfold on and just sit holding hands.
I can't read it. It's too far away for me. Grab two blindfolds, like good ones.
Holding each other's hands.
What?
Put blindfold.
What?
Put a blindfold on each other and then sit and hold hands.
What? That doesn't make any sense.
Go to Walmart.
I think if you're going to do blindfolds, you get on opposite ends of the house.
And then find
you have to be totally quiet. You both put your blindfolds on. Now you have to find each other. You have to get to each other.
I like that one better.
You got to move really slow because you don't want to get hurt. And you just kind of feel around. And once you find each, but you can't make any noise.
Marco.
No, you do that, you're going to find each other too quick. Love notes you hate.
A mini staycation I'm a big fan of.
A mini staycation? My wife is a big fan of really expensive hotel in other city where they're shopping.
That too.
That would be the mini stay. We've stayed enough. We do a mini staycation every morning that I feel spicy. And that's when we wake up, and the first one to wake up goes and gets the coffee and the little bar.
Cute. And the bar. And the vodka.
And yes. Well, start the day off right. Yes, exactly. Spouse conversation starter. Well, I'm gonna be off and read this. There's no better way to spice up your marriage than really getting to know your spouse. You don't know?
I'm hoping you should know your spouse by now.
Spouse conversation cards. Well, do you want to bail on this and see what those look like?
I don't know. I'm thinking like you should know your spouse by now.
Yeah, I know, but what's a spouse conversation card?
I don't know.
Here, I want to move ahead real quick. Send him sexy text messages. I'm going to say not too much on that.
No?
You get too gross and disgusting, then suddenly the whole office sees them.
That's a bad husband if he's showing the whole office.
He's not showing the whole husband. Or you send it and suddenly it's all, or you send, what happens then is you send it to the wrong person, or you do something crazy and it goes out. It can be something fun and a little sexy, but anything really, in depth or overtly sexual, I think those things are best left undone over the internet.
Same with that picture.
Yes, no, never take, you know what? A cute little picture and a nice, but naked, never. Do not take naked pictures.
Around out there.
Unless that's what you're about, then great.
I like the date more. That is definitely, yes, date more.
Yeah, date more is great. Go out more. Now, I don't mind showering together because it's quick and it's fun to kind of soap each other up. Enjoy that. And we're done pretty fast. Nobody's having sex in the shower, though. That's, first of all, the water's pouring all over you and stuff like that. And
people do that all the time, just saying.
Well, if you have a really big shower. But, our shower is...
It doesn't need to be that big shower.
No. If the water's pouring on you, it's hard to get and then with the leg, and then the leg is up and you're uncomfortable, and then I get the cramp. It's not.
Oh my gosh, you're taking the fun out of it again.
You could come out and lean over the sink maybe a little bit, but in the shower, after the soaping and the rubbing and the kissing, really it's almost like people who say, like, I have a book out called The Strangest Places People Have Sex. Everyone go get my book. You Did It Where, The Strangest Place People Have Sex. But know this. Most places you have sex, it's not a bed, are uncomfortable and the sex is not good. That's just all there is to it, because the sand, horrible. Standing up, riding something, climbing in something, you're uncomfortable. It's the story, not the sex. That's all there is to it.
There is something to do that. There is something to that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So plan a surprise getaway.
That's a
Yeah,
thrill. That's a little thrilly thing, like somewhere different.
Okay, well, we have to go. Hold on a second. I have to play something, everybody.
Everybody.
I'm removing this, and I'm doing this. Sorry, everybody. It's weird today.
Bartleby Records brings you a Kvetchmas Carol from Steve Goody and Brad Tassell. All your favorite classics.
Rudolph dropped a package on my rooftop. Now we can't get anywhere near the tree.
You know Herschel and Harry and Larry and Tevye.
They just changed their Hebrew names
to make it in showbiz.
All out of paper, all out of bows, all out of tags. Who's this? Who knows? I'm running on fumes. Just about empty, but look at that pile. It's way too many.
We did the two-step Christmas. They had step families all over town, but my folks had stayed married, so I got left out.
And of course, the miracle that is Grandpa got run over by a hybrid walking through the Whole Foods parking lot. And many, many more. Order yours today at www.stevegoody.com. And come to the CD release extravaganza this Thursday, December 17th at 8 p.m. Central. Prizes, trivia, and lots of funny...
Okay, I stopped the end because that's not true. The end. But if you go to virtualcomedyshow.com tonight, tomorrow night, Friday night, 8 p.m. Central Time, and you click join the show, you'll see the Kvetchmas Carol thing right there. You can come and see the show. Everybody out there, come see the show. I know Donna would not be there for $1 million, but that's not the point. So the point is...
I see enough of you.
She sees enough of me. So, all right, everybody do that. Okay, anything else before we go?
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. We'll say that. Okay, I'll see you later, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Outro.